it's Clarissa here. You are back in the limelight, and we tried to do this live a couple of different times, but for technical difficulties, we were not able to do it last week. So we're sorry that we missed you guys, but we're here this week, and I've got, as usual, we've got Tim Burt. There he is. He's not family, but he is family, but we are not related, but he says we are. So I guess that means we are. Tim Burt is ex-CBS Radio for over 30 years. He is a major media marketer and is known as the guy that has written more than 30,000 commercials. That is Tim Burt. Here we go with Bruce Serbin, good friend down in Miami area, and he is a PR agent, one of the best in the business. He is the PR agent to the stars, so you need to be knowing about him if you are all about your business. Here goes David Fagan. Woohoo! There is David with TopTalent JV. He is our guest this week, everybody. We're bringing David on because he himself is quite the star. You know, you've got to know David. David is known as the icon coach. He is really, really big about teaching you how to do presentations, how to publish a book, everything about publicity around your business. He talks to speakers, authors, and experts. He has been on every major media title I think there is. He's written books. He is the real deal. We are glad to have him on. And he's got an event coming up we're going to be talking about. Guys, welcome to the show.
Wow.
Hello.
Thank you. That's it's quite the intro.
I just wanted to take a deep breath. That's really wise.
I don't think I've ever seen you this high energy. The last couple of times I've seen you, we were on a cruise.
Yes.
Seems like, and you were just relaxing. I didn't know.
I was chilling.
I didn't know you had this gear.
Oh yeah. This is the on baby time. This is a Clarissa that's been, 40 years in the industry herself, went on a microphone or on stage. So this is what I love to do. I love to bring together people that I know we're going to connect well. And then we teach and tutor people that follow us about what it is that we all do. And we talk about social media. We talk about traditional media. And today, guys, I think what we wanted to go down the path of is the event of live events. Yeah. Everybody's doing it. Everybody learned about now we all knew what Zoom was a long time ago, but a lot of people jumped on board just recently. This is the new normal. Is it not, Tim?
I don't know if I would say it's the new normal, but I would say that the live event or the virtual event, the remote events are certainly here to stay.
Right.
And remote art exhibits here to stay. Remote, if you can throw it in front of a camera, more people are going to be doing it.
Yeah.
We've been building up to this slowly, but COVID just put everything on steroids, and I don't think these are going anywhere anytime soon. I think one-to-one and group event in-person things will come back.
Yeah.
When it will get back to what we know, I don't know when that is, but remote, it's here to stay.
I think remote, I think, guys, I think you'll all agree when I say it's the first time I ever saw a wedding remotely done, even a funeral remotely done. Gaming is being remotely done. It's just a whole new world. And I would like to think, Bruce, I don't know what's going on down there in Miami, but I would like to think that, this is a great thing for technology and for us moving in a little bit of a different direction or pivoting, as they say. But, I really miss networking. I miss being in the same room, and we're going to talk to David about that.
Yeah, I miss it too. But it was funny the other day. I went to an event that a virtual event, what they called it. It had been previously scheduled in person, and then they just did it on the computer, and it was like a business expo where you went from one person to the next, all virtually, and it was the coolest thing, really, that I've ever seen. I was thinking in the back of my mind, "Oh, this is never going to work. It's not going to be the same thing." But they pulled it off. They did a really good job with it.
Yeah, I'm on the board of another company called FunDuel. And right now what they've done is they've moved into a space where they're doing virtual charity benefits online. And they did for St. Jude here in Phoenix not too long ago and raised about $250,000. So there's a lot to be said about, the moment that we're in and being able to still contribute, donate, have, do charity and just, have some fun. I think people are having fun with it as well. David, you and I said before, we've met on in various different events, networking events in person, whether it be on a cruise or at your own event here in Phoenix. How are you feeling about the idea of maybe not being in a room with everybody anytime soon and going online?
You know, I was skeptical in the beginning, but now, you know, I'm spoiled. Other people are getting spoiled. Even as things are starting to somewhat seemingly improve in the world, and I say that carefully and cautiously, I don't think anybody's racing back to get on a plane anytime soon. I don't think anybody's racing back to travel anytime soon. And I think part of the reason why I feel better about these online events that we're calling video conferences, that seems to be something that's very clickable and that we track and is trending well. But I think that we're seeing that people, they're more interested in doing it this way. And because they were forced to get over just the initial, what do I push? What do I do? Will this really work? The hardest part is over. And because the hardest part is over and now people are getting somewhat used to it, I'm not seeing people race back. I have other events that are still on the calendar that slowed down to people booking later on in the year. And now they've stopped. After my last couple online events, they've entirely stopped. And now everyone's just like, well, when's your next online video conference? When's your next? You're not even asking about anything else. So feeling good now.
I'm sorry?
I just said, yeah, skeptical at first, but feeling good now.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I'm not really ready to rush back to an airport, not because I'm afraid of getting sick, but what a hassle. I'm really kind of done with that. And because how much money we get to save in gas, of course, not Tim, you know, because Tim doesn't, you don't know this about Tim, David, but we're going to tell you right now.
Here we go. I'm going to mute my mic. You just do your thing.
I sense a regular segment coming on here. I sense there's a segment coming on. Okay.
Bruce, why don't you tell him what Tim? Oh, Tim, go ahead and tell him. No, he does this phenomenal, really, truly. I mean, I love him with all my heart. He does this really great show live every night. It's called Live from the Truck. And this is a really cool thing that he does. He goes out. I don't know. He says he's out back Wendy's somewhere. I don't know where he really is. But anyway, it's dark out. Let's just say it's dark. And he does a Facebook Live with his phone, and he like lights up the whole truck with a light. It's the coolest thing. Tell him about it, Tim. Why don't you? Well, I mean, that way, you know, you'll never get sick that way.
I was trying to share this video out, and then you put me on the spot here. Hold on.
That was the nicest I've ever heard her set you up for it, too. You know?
that was a nice version, really. Wow. Okay.
No, that is not true, Bruce. Now, don't say that. No, but I mean, it's genius. It really is. It's really genius because he's got, you know, a couple of his own hashtags, and you tell him it's really a lot of fun. We joke with him, but it's really genius what he's done, and it's taking it out of you know, normal context, much like my own, and you know, taking it on the road. And he speaks to a lot of different people, and I think Tim in the beginning it was about truckers, right?
Oh God, no! It's never been about truckers.
Oh, I thought it was that's who you talk to. Hey, truckers! It's all you truckers.
Oh God, no! No, that's so out of my element.
Okay.
No, but you know, much like probably like what David does. We step back. We look at what's hot. We look at trends. How can we take things that are quote hot and adapt them to what we do? And I was sitting right where I am right now, and I was watching these videos of these people on Facebook, and they had their phones, and they just had them on a mount. And the ones that were getting the most traction were the ones that were in a vehicle. And I thought, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to do a thing. It's going to be called Live from the Truck. I'm going out to the driveway. I'm going to sit in my truck, and I'm going to talk about whatever I want to talk about.
Oh, now the story is the driveway, Bruce.
That is the absolute truth. And then, but I do. You know, go out to, like, if I'm talking about McDonald's or something, I'll go out to McDonald's parking lot, point the thing at McDonald's. Hey, here's what's, you know, but it's Tim, I always try to bring it back to a marketing theme. It's in some way.
Absolutely. Do you remember when you were a couple months ago when COVID first hit the United States, and you were talking about how you can't even go get a hot dog anymore? Like they're covering it, they're taking all the uncovered food now started to disappear. And I think that might be something else that will kind of look like a new normally kind of way of doing and dealing with things. David can talk probably, and so can Bruce, about the fact that I was on a FIP conference recently, and they are all about magazine publishing. And they're talking about these guys right here. the regular, this is, the latest iteration of In the Limelight. You guys saw this with the COVID cover. Yeah. These are going to disappear. They're disappearing from hotels, hotel lobbies, from airplanes, anything you can touch that might hold a virus on it is going to disappear. So digital is really what's happening there. What was I going to ask Bruce? I was going to ask him. Oh, Bruce, what is, as far as, everything going online and whatever, and this is how I'm going to segue this, but the idea being that down where you are, lots of beaches and people are really not listening, if you will, to the rules and the regulations or the government by saying, can't go out, you can't go on the beach. That's kind of a hard thing to do down by you all, isn't it?
It is, they're beautiful, and that's why people come here. And we've had, you've seen it on the television where just people are still going out there. They're getting in trouble, and now it's funny when you see the cops, going after the people. And it's like so much for social distancing. They're arresting them, and it's like you're 2 feet, you're right in front of them. So it's kind of a hard thing to avoid.
Something you can't do online,
right?
Well, and cops can't run,
right?
Well, how do you know? Have you run from them?
Next question.
David, you have to know us to love us. Let's get back to David a second. Again, you've got an event coming up. So tell us about, how it's been for you to transition from the room that we all know, down here in Phoenix in the hotel to going online. You've got an event coming up now, and it is on the 26th and 27th of May. Going to go live at 8:30 in the morning to about 3:30 in the afternoon. And it's called TopTalent JV Mastermind. What's going to happen there?
Well, that's a couple different questions, but they're all good ones. Well, look, one of the things that people really wanted anyways, and something that I even wanted to do that now has to be done, is things have to be shorter. And so the idea of events, of somebody speaking for 45 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes, you just can't do that on a video conference. You can't do that on a Zoom event.
Right.
And so what we're doing is when people get on our call at 8:30 in the morning, and we have to start pretty early because we even have people in the UK, Denmark. We've got people pretty far east that are joining us. When we get them on, we're doing a series of 2 to 3 minute interviews or spotlights. At the most, we might have someone come on for 10 to 15 minutes and train. And it's very much sound bites and segments. Pick one thing, teach it to us really well. And over the course of 30 to 60 minutes, we'll do a series of 2 to 3 minute intros, 10 to 15 minute training sessions. And then what we do is there's a very cool feature that you guys know about that everybody else is starting to know about, and that is breakout meetings. That's the name of it, but essentially you can put people into groups.
Right.
And so what we do is we put everybody into groups of about 6 to 8 people, and they go into those groups that we call masterminds or JV sessions, joint venture sessions.
Right.
And they're in those for about 30 to 60 minutes. They come back out. More interviews, more spotlights, more training sessions, boom, back into the masterminds, back out. How did you guys like it? Tell me somebody you met. Tell me somebody you want to work with. Great. More spotlights, more interviews. So the point is it keeps things moving. You got to keep things moving. When somebody's at your house and you got your phone and your screen, and maybe you got some kids in the background, and you got who knows what kind of weather you got out the window. Yeah. It's really hard to hold
keep
their
attention.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Got to be short. And I love that. That's what I've always wanted to do anyways. And now I've got a good excuse to tell all my speaker friends, hey, look, you're just not going to get a 45-minute spot. You're going to get about 15 minutes, make it count. You'd be amazed at how much meat per minute that they can pack in there when they only have a limited amount of time.
I just hope that when we all go back to, getting up and going out, we all remember to clothe the bottom half of us. Because I've had this conversation with quite a few people. The comfort factor here, everybody, is real. It's tangible. It's so. I've always worked from home, and I've worked on Zoom for years. But it is just what I absolutely love to do. So, David, you're going to be talking at this event. You're going to be collaborating with experts and influencers, which is a great thing to do. You're going to be creating profitable joint ventures. I know that to be true because I did at one of your events, had more than one of those happen for me. You're going to be able also to build a referral friend program. Tell me about that a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's all these business ways of saying things, affiliates, joint ventures. I'm always looking for that kind of word genius way. That's my thing. That's my latest book, Word Genius, what to say and how to say it.
Right.
And I've just found that the referral friend resonates really well. And so who doesn't want another referral friend, right? It just sounds warm and fuzzy and cozy. And so anyways, we're creating opportunities for somebody to say, look, how does a referral work for you? What's a good referral for you? Here's what a good referral is for me.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's go around. Let's ask Tim. Tim, what's a good referral for you?
That's a great question. Good referral for me. In the days when we would do the speaking thing, and that's where Bruce and I met up in Toronto.
Right.
It would be people like Bruce. You meet another speaker who, they can help you out, you can help them out, etc.
Yeah. Right.
But on the business side, it's anybody that I've helped. The clients that I help, and I just say, hey, if you know anybody that can use this. You know what I can do for you. Saw what I did for you. Right.
Absolutely. Well, I know that you had your own online event. I think it was last week, maybe 10 days ago, something like that. You had brought, was it an online event or was something that you were doing? I think maybe a Facebook Live or something.
Me?
Yeah. Yeah, you did 2 weeks ago.
He was
maybe
in the truck at night. That's
what?
No, he was just in the truck at night. That's
every night.
Bruce, who's your perfect referral?
It might be to some degree a bit, a competition with David, because we do similar things. But really, for me, I think more specifically, it would be that, author, entrepreneur, or expert who really wants to get their voice out there, build that credibility through the traditional media. That's, always what I'm looking for. But, what I love about these types of events is, even if it's somebody that, when you meet meet people at these events, even if it's somebody that I can't, they might not have a need for what I do. I might know somebody who, I can put them in touch with. So it's just, you never know who you're going to meet. It's phenomenal.
Absolutely. Yeah. So David, back to your event a second. Again, May 26, 27, everybody. Yeah. Another thing you say, you're going to gain access to some very affluent and influential people that which I know to be true as well. And then you can connect, there with show hosts and event producers, which is really cool because solopreneurs and entrepreneurs are always looking for ways to get the word out. It's not always easy. Bruce knows this to be true. You can pitch it. Doesn't always mean it's going to happen. But when you've got somebody in the room right there and they're in front of you, chances are greater. Right. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, a lot of my people, what these conversations typically look like is this person has a podcast and this person has a radio show and this person has a TV show or this person does Facebook Live or this person puts on an event. And what starts to happen is, hey, Bruce, you have me on Facebook Live and I'll send out an email for you. And Tim, you have me on your show and I'll put you in my magazine. I've got a magazine called TopTalent Magazine. And, Clarissa, you put me in your magazine and I'll interview you on my show. And Bruce, why don't you write my forward for my book and I'll turn around and I'll put you, and it's that kind of thing. And so people are opening their calendars and filling it up. Yeah. And, the common denominator with all my people, and I think it's the same for sure with Bruce and probably with Tim too, is the way I explain it, they're people that are in the advice business. Right. They make money off the advice that they're given. And, when you're in the advice business, what I'm telling my people is you're really the product. You're really selling yourself more than you're selling anything else. So how do you package yourself? How do you promote yourself? The book, the interviews, the media, the testimonials, the awards, all of those things kind of help answer that question, why you? And that's what everybody's thinking about with Bruce's clients. They're coming to Bruce's clients and either they say it literally or they're thinking, they're saying, why you? Why should I spend my money with you? Why should I spend my time with you? Why should I read your book instead of someone else's book or watch your show instead of someone else's show? And we've got to tell them why that is. And this event gives them a platform to say, hey, here's who I am and here's why me and here's what I could do for you. And let me give first. Here's a free thing for everyone that everyone can take advantage of. And then from there, hopefully they're giving back.
Yeah. And I think Tim can absolutely speak to the importance also in all of this of, the usage of words, wordsmithing, and getting the context and the text just perfect. Because, I've seen a lot of people in coaches, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs try to do it themselves. And boy, oh boy, have I seen some really crazy, a lot of rambling and babbling when you really need to be more concise and to the point. And Tim, you speak it to that a minute, will you?
Oh, yeah. In the radio industry, we called that word vomit.
Right.
And there's nothing worse than seeing somebody get up on stage and, well, I don't know, just rambling and just talking just to talk.
Right.
Awful.
So the importance of being precise, being concise, knowing exactly what the message is, not veering away from that. Sound bites, just get them, but make sure that
short bursts.
Like David said,
short bursts. That's what we're looking for. Bruce,
nobody's got the attention anymore. There's just not enough time in the day, so you've got to be really quick. You've got to get in and get out, and you've got to be concise about it. David, where can we all jump in on your Top JV Talent Mastermind?
Yeah. So I was clever and I added it to my name right here on the screen. So the whole time it says David Fagan, TopTalentJV.com. Yeah, you can just go there. Something else I'll tell you guys if you're interested. Another wording that has worked really well for us is instead of saying invitation only, we call this a by referral only event. So it's influential people signing up influential people. And so it means if somebody brings you, it's because they think you're special. And the reason why we've had a lot of success is in addition to us marketing, we have a lot of people who they want to look good to their sphere of influence and they bring people along. So on the registration page of TopTalentJV.com, you put in all your information, but you also put in invited by. And this is even better than an affiliate link. So they say invited by. So I'm celebrating the people that are inviting other people. They love the credit. The person that's getting invited is giving credit to somebody else. Yeah. It's like the JVing and the mastermind is starting before it even gets started.
Right. And it's a phenomenal list builder, David. Phenomenal list builder. That's a great little trick there. Okay, everybody, TopTalentJV.com, 26th, 27th of May, starting at 8:30 in the morning. Get there a few minutes early because you're going to want to get a seat.
You want to get a seat. You guys see what she did there? See how she did that?
Oh, we caught it.
Yeah, Tim, you seem a little underwhelmed over there.
Yeah.
I'm a tough audience. Let's just put it that way.
I understand.
Hey, David, I do have one quick question.
Go for it.
Your Top Talent JV event.
Yeah.
Who's the ideal person that you're trying to attract?
Yeah, other than those people in the advice business we mentioned, it is that speaker, author, expert. It is that entrepreneur. It is that trainer, coach. So it's the movers and shakers. And
the people that want more visibility but just don't know how to get it.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah. I'll even ask people, would you make more money if you were more influential? Would you make more money if you had more credibility? Would you make more money if you got more exposure? That's kind of my ICE acronym. And it really helps people know, okay, yes, I belong here.
Yeah, that's great.
Anything else you would say? I know so many people who, let's say, try to do events and oftentimes they can't fill that room. What would you say, any best tips or secrets to just, to avoid that, to be successful?
In order to fill the room?
Yeah, to get people there. Yeah.
So one of the things that I do is people that want to come to an event like that, they're coming to let everybody know that they're there and make their presence felt. So I'm taking some assumptions that, it's kind of like LinkedIn or social media or anything else. It's not a private thing, it's a public thing. So I literally make lists of the names and I'll continue to text out people and I'll say, hey, look, we got over 100 people registered and the names are right on the list. Hey, here's 150 people. Here's the names. And so people look at that and they go, oh, I know some of those people. Those are really good. And oh, look, there's 80 people I don't know.
Right.
And so
that's really genius.
Yeah, and you're not faking it. It's like, well, do they really sign up that many people?
Yeah.
So I'm really showing you like, here's my whole, now I'm not giving cell phone numbers and contact information. Here's the names. And so when people see those names, well, now he has 60, now he has 90, now he has 110, now he has, and they see it growing. It creates a really cool emotional trigger, I think.
And here's another thing. Sorry.
Do you cap off attendance on this, or are you just putting the lists out to say that, wow, look at this list, it's growing, and we only have 200 slots available?
That's amazing. Is my name on there?
I don't think it is because you didn't register.
Well, put it on there. I did. And then I've got to pop off, guys. But here's the other thing that David did that I thought was really genius. In his funnel, when he first sends out the first email, it's, hey, everybody, here we are. Sign up. We're going to be doing this really amazing event. And then if you don't sign up, a couple of days later, I think it's a couple of days later, you get this email going, hey, I noticed you didn't sign up. And that's okay. I'm not offended, but I really know you're going to be missing out if you don't, join in. And so that I found, that's where I really jumped back in, was the first email. I wanted to sign up on that. I forgot to sign up on that first. Thank goodness he sent the second one. So that's why he's sitting here today, because he caught me on the second round. Another really important marketing. Yeah, another really important marketing tip. Guys, I got to go. It's been a real nice little piece of heaven, as usual, Tim.
Has it? No, it has. David, it's great to meet you.
Clarissa, connect us somehow. I'd love to talk to Bruce and Tim more.
I will. I definitely will. I'll create the email. You guys can do that. David, I'm there. Do I need to go, do the thing or what?
Yeah, you really should register, because there's some details like the exact Zoom link that would get automatically sent to you. So you really,
I thought I was in the inner circle, but I guess I'm not.
I try to give you celebrities, red carpet treatment, but eventually you're going to kind of need some of that.
Okay, the hell with me. Okay.
Clarissa, I'll send you the link when David sends it to me. Okay, don't worry about it.
Bye, guys. Thanks for being on, everybody in the Limelight. We'll see you next time.
Bye. Thanks, guys.